Welcome back, K-drama fans. Episode 1 of Sweet Home Season 3 begins with monster Hyun explaining he's letting his human side rest to recover. When he gets too close to Yoon hit her head to him, and human Hyun come back. At Bamseum, Ui Myung, also known as Sangwon, reveals his original human body to Dr. Lim. Then in flashbacks, Dr. Lim provoking a tied-up Sangwon by mentioning Yi Kyung, trapped in Green Home and unable to answer her phone. Lim claims she's dead, triggering Sangwon's evolution. Sangwon escapes from his original body into Ui Myung's, and later possesses Sangwook. Despite to kill Dr. Lim, Sangwon thanks Dr. Lim for completing him. Kaiseong as MH3 tortures Sergeant Kim and his team, forcing Sergeant Kim to choose one of his men to save. Dr. Lim asks about Kaiseong's objective, and Kaiseong explains his goal is to push special humans until they turn into MHs. Kim pulls a gun on one of the MHs, resulting in Jong Hyun's death. Dr. Lim deduces that Kaiseong's experiments haven't succeeded because of people like Kim. Kim pretends to kill Seo Jin but instead helps him escape. They evade monsters, but Sangwon, bored with their attempts, orders Yayeon to kill the humans. Seok-chan arrives with a flamethrower, but Seo Jin is fatally injured. Yayeon kills the monsters, allowing Seok-chan to reach Seo Jin and Sergeant Kim. Dr. Lim observes Yayeon before joining the MHs, who are preparing to travel to the stadium. Yi Kyung's daughter, Mystery Girl, is also heading there. Hyun heads to the hole where he pushed Yi Kyung, determined to save her human side. He enters her mind, witnessing monster Yi Kyung tormenting human Yi Kyung. Meanwhile, Chan Young, halfway to stadium, worries about Yoon and decides to return. Ha Nai shows up at this moment. Meanwhile, Chief Jai at the stadium faces her own conflicts. Chief Jai tries to get her daughter, Yiseul, to leave since she was caught causing the blackout. A shocking discovery ensues. Jai is not Yiseul's mother. Her real mother died last year due to monsterization. First, Chief Jai tells Yiseul to escape from stadium, but later her mind changed and she takes Yiseul to his son. Seeing him in his monster form for the first time, Jai is shocked. Yiseul knocks Jai out, and taxmen hear the scuffle but can't find the basement door. Near the hole, Hanai and Chan Young arrive to help Hyun and Yi Kyung. A fierce battle ensues, with one of the ropes catching fire. Chan Young fights bravely, getting Hanai to rescue Yoon against her will. With no more ammo or gasoline left, he gives up. However, Hyun finally gets through to Yi Kyung, and they return to the real world. Hyun kills the monster and brings up Chan Young and Yi Kyung. Her burned body heals, and her eyes are human again. Hyun efforts pay off as Yi Kyung heals, and her eyes return to their human form. This marks a significant victory for the group. Here episode 1 ends. Next, episode 2 starts with Yi Kyung waking up to find her missing eye restored. She tests her healing by cutting her arm, but it doesn't heal. Yoon explains that Hyun made her human again, but he has been asleep since. Grateful but determined, Yi Kyung prepares to stop Mystery Girl, who distrusts humans and keeps turning them into monsters. Knowing it's her fault, Mystery Girl knows about the stadium. Yi Kyung heads off to set things right. Outside, Ho-sung remains unconscious, sparking tension between Chan Young and Ha Nai. A flashback reveals Ho-sung saved Ha Nai by killing her monster parents, leading to a heated exchange about trust and survival. Meanwhile, the Bamseum MHs and Lim head to the stadium in one of Kim's cars. Yayeon suffers in pain, while Sangwon shares a touching story about his connection to his child. At the stadium, tax men find the basement and rescue Yiseul, tying up Chief Jai. A flashback reveals Jai's tragic past and her son's transformation, leading to a tense standoff with Tak. Mystery Girl blends in with the survivors, witnessing bullying and attempting to turn Young-soo. At the stadium, Lim and the Bamseum MHs arrive, and Sangwon swiftly takes down the soldiers. He demands his child and orders Tak to gather the kids. Kaiseong treats the wounded and declares that those with symptoms are blessed, becoming neo-humans. Young-soo watches as Mystery Girl tries to understand why she hears Sangwon in her head. A flashback reveals Lim's ruthless decision to save only one, Kim or Seok-chan. Present-day Kim awakens to find Seok-chan near death, highlighting Lim's cold pragmatism. Ha Nai rushes to the trailer for her special leaves, hinting at an addiction. Ho-sung, now turned, hallucinates and attempts suicide. Ha Nai and Chan Young try to save him, but tragedy strikes. As a monster attacks, Yoon pleads for Hyun to wake up. He does, but as monster Hyun, who quickly dispatches the threat before turning on Chan Young. And with that, episode 2 ends with a shocking cliffhanger. Next, episode 3 kicks off with a shocking scene as Yoon injects Hyun with a massive dose of drugs, knocking him out cold. Over at Bamseum, Kim discovers Yoon Hyuk in a terrible state, begging for an end to his suffering. Meanwhile, Tak learns a heartbreaking truth from Chief Jai, who sacrificed her son's hiding spot to protect the survivors. Yi Kyung finally infiltrates the scene, confronting Lim and demanding answers about Sangwon. Just then, Sang-won arrives, sparking a tense standoff. In a surprising turn, Young-soo bonds with Mystery Girl, only for Sang-won to reveal a shocking truth: he is her father. This revelation adds a new layer to the unfolding drama. As Yoon Hyuk's condition worsens, he undergoes a startling transformation, forming a cocoon around himself. A nearby monster bows in respect, leaving Kim stunned. Back with Hyun-soo, Yoon devises a risky plan to revive human Hyun-soo. Monster Hyun-soo challenges her, giving her 3 days to succeed, or lose him forever. Sang-won manipulates Mystery Girl, promising her the world in exchange for her help. Meanwhile, Kae-seong and Yi-jin grow suspicious and keep a close eye on them. As tensions rise, the episode culminates in a dramatic showdown. Mystery Girl showcases her powers, calling forth a massive mountain monster, setting the stage for an epic battle. Here episode 3 ends. Next. Episode 4 kicks off with Yi-jin's excitement over the mountain monster, but things get intense as Yoon finds herself in danger. Monster Hyun-soo steps in, battling the creature and eventually taking it down. After the fight, Hyun-soo isn't pleased to see Yi-jin's excitement. He quickly puts him in his place and drags him along, learning that Sang-won is at the stadium. At the stadium, 3 hooded MHs show up, only to be swiftly dealt with by Sang-won. He then demands his reward from Mystery Girl, who bravely retrieves Young-soo's baseball from bullies. Kang finds Mystery Girl and pulls her into a heartfelt hug, apologizing and expressing her fear. She offers Mystery Girl a chance to leave together, marking a tender moment in the chaos. Meanwhile, at Bamseum, Tak reveals his infection to gain Sang-won's trust. Sang-won explains the Neo-humans, beings that can regenerate and are being hunted by MHs. Yoon Hyuk, now a Neo-human, shares with Kim that these beings are fast learners and are searching for their home. They only want to coexist, but the MHs feel threatened. However, Yoon Hyuk rummages through his old clothes and takes a family photograph. As he tucks it away, Kim questions him about retaining any human memories. Yoon Hyuk, however, avoids answering directly. Yoon reunites with Chan Young and Hanai, deciding to head to the stadium, believing Hyun-soo is there. Meanwhile, Yi-jin's hand regenerates, and he attacks Hyun-soo before escaping. Young-soo discovers Mystery Girl's kindness and encourages her to stay with her mother. He gives her a pin, a meaningful gift, while Cheol-jong watches. In a tense moment, Sang-won finds Yi-kyung and Mystery Girl in the tunnel. Yi-kyung bravely stabs him, telling Mystery Girl to flee. But Sang-won's true nature is revealed, leading to a tragic end as Yi-kyung is fatally wounded. Here episode 4 ends. Episode 5 kicks off with a twist as Sang-won discovers that Yi-kyung is human again. Yi-soo had told him she had turned her mother, but how she became human again remains a mystery. Sang-won tries to possess Yi-soo, but her scream makes him drop her. Frustrated, he drags her back and locks her in a shed. Yi-jin, thinking he's made progress, is confronted by monster Hyun-soo. Nearby, Kim and Yoon Hyuk's car crosses paths with Yoon, shocking her as she sees her brother. Kim spots Hyun-soo and Yi-jin and runs his car into them. Kim avenges his fallen men by beating up Yi-jin, while Yoon Hyuk greets Hyun-soo, who is trapped in a bus. Meanwhile, Yoon Hyuk confronts Hyun-soo, testing his abilities to see if he's a worthy ally. In a dramatic turn, Yoon Hyuk pushes Hyun-soo to his limits, urging him to tap into his monstrous abilities. Hyun-soo hesitates but eventually leaps into the air, showcasing his flight ability. Yoon arrives, shocked as the battle unfolds, realizing her world has changed forever. Chan Young saves Kim from Yi-jin's attack, but Yi-jin's target is Hyun-soo. He envelopes the bus in scalding material and runs off, leaving chaos behind. Yoon Hyuk escapes the bus, finding Yoon waiting. He reveals he is a neo-human with memories but no emotions, mocking Yoon for mourning him. She refuses to give up on him or Hyun-soo. At the stadium, Sang-won, upset, asks Lim why he couldn't switch bodies with his daughter. They deduce that Sang-won needs to be on the brink of death to do so. Sang-won orders a bonfire preparation while infected Gi-chun flaunts his symptoms. Young-soo takes advantage of the chaos, finding the shed unattended and freeing Yi-soo. She recalls him wanting to be a monster and turns him. Cheol-jong spots them alone inside. Sang-won gathers everyone, declaring his daughter can turn them all powerful, needing their help to find her. The Crow platoon assures Tak they won't abandon him despite his infection. Back at the bus, Yoon Hyuk grows tired of waiting and decides to leave. Yoon calls him out for abandoning people, and right then, Hyun-soo escapes. Here episode 5 ends. Episode 6 kicks off with monster Hyun-soo realizing he can't escape the bus alone. He mentally confronts his human side, grappling with the fear of who will prevail if they merge. Finally, the two sides merge, and human Hyun-soo emerges victorious, breaking free. But things heat up as he immediately clashes with Yoon Hyuk. As they head to the stadium, Yoon keeps recalling their childhood, trying to spark emotions in Yoon Hyuk. But he remains cold, leaving her questioning if he's truly emotionless. Meanwhile, at Bamseum, the Crow platoon rounds up the survivors. Jae-na resists, feeling guilty for the chaos, but Dong-jun drags her to the church. Cheol-jong runs into Jin-guk, who wants to save Yi-soo. But after a brief deception, Yi-soo possesses Jin-guk, leading to a chilling turn of events. Meanwhile, Sang-won, watching through CCTV, orders Kae-seong to eliminate Yi-jin and Ya-young. Lim reveals a vial from Ya Young's body, intending to use it on Tak. He revealing that the BAMCMMHs were created from Sang-won's original body. But when Tak accidentally reveals Yisu's power, Lim changes his mind and consumes it himself. Tak and Kim apologize and agree, if Tak turns, Kim will use him as their last defense. Yoon starts hallucinating, fearing her transformation. She begs Hyun-soo to bring her back if she turns, while he remains focused on their mission to defeat the BAMCMMHs. In a heartbreaking moment, Yisu reveals Young-soo now a slime monster, expecting disgust. But Jin-ok tearfully embraces him. Sang-won arrives, and Jin-ok desperately defends Yisu and Young-soo. But he coldly kills her, declaring it a punishment for Yisu. Terrified, Yisul flees as Yisu commands her minions to attack Sang-won, marking the episode's chilling climax. Here episode 6 ends. Episode 7 kicks off with Kai Seong warning Yi Jin about a hit on him. In a rage, Yi Jin destroys the generator, plunging the area into darkness. The Crow platoon uses this chance to make their escape, with Yi Jin blending in by pretending to be human. Chan Young breaks away from the group to find Yisul, who's on the verge of shooting herself. He stops her just in time, but they get lost and run into Ja Young. Meanwhile, Sang-won and Kai Seong bring Lim and Yisu to the bonfire. Sang-won pulls out a vial from the doctor's stomach, crushes it, and throws Lim into the flames. Just as Yi Jin predicted, Sang-won then kills Kai Seong and walks into the fire, possessing Yisu. Yoon Hyuk and Hyun-soo finally reach the abandoned stadium. Hyun-soo confronts Sang-won, who's now in Yisu's body, and demands to know about Yi Kyung. Sang-won lures him away, while Monster Young-soo recognizes Yoon Hyuk and helps him find Sang-won. The humans reach the final exit. Kim gives Jae-na medicine, and Peter rushes to find Sion Hwa. Tak finally monsterizes and sacrifices himself in a planned explosion, but it turns him into a frost monster instead of stopping the monsters. Sang-won takes Hyun-soo to the bonfire, mocking him for caring about Yi Kyung. Hyun-soo realizes that Sang-won has possessed Yisu. Hyun-soo goes in her head to help Yisu, but Sang-won attacks him and introducing himself. Yoon Hyuk arrives and stabs Yisu's body, breaking the mental torture. But Sang-won reveals he's not alone as Yisu's minions attack. Here episode 7 ends. Episode 8 kicks off with Hyun-soo and Yoon Hyuk battling Yisu's minions. As tensions rise, Yoon Hyuk makes a bold move, throwing a stake at Yisu, and Sang-won is forced out of her body. Hyun-soo takes Yisu and comforts her, while Monster Young-soo also comes over to console her. Yisu apologizes to Hyun-soo for creating another monster. Sang-won takes over Kai Seong's burnt body, but Hyun-soo doesn't back down. Just as things get intense, Sang-wook resurfaces, and a shocking twist reveals that he's been alive all along. Both Sang-wook and Sang-won meet their fiery end at the bonfire. Meanwhile, the human survivors face their own challenges as they try to escape. Ya Young sacrifices herself to save the others, creating a tense and emotional moment as they finally reach safety. Yoon begins her transformation into a neo-human, and we see a bittersweet farewell between the Lee siblings. Hyun-soo promises to find and save her, setting up a potential reunion in the future. In the aftermath, Hyun-soo decides to convert monsters back into humans. The survivors meet a group of neo-humans and, despite lingering fears, they agree to coexist for a safer future. But as the season wraps up, we're left with some burning questions. From Yisu's resurrection to the limits of Hyun-soo's powers, there's still so much left unexplored. That's it for Sweet Home Season 3 Episode 8. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more recaps and reviews. See you in the next one.